Okay, hello class, my name is Kevin Rodriguez. I'm gonna start my project video. Sorry if you don't understand something, it's just that I have a little accent, okay? First, I'm gonna start with the basics of CPU, RAM, and hard drive. CPU is the brain of the computer. It performs calculations and executes instructions and handles operations of the computer. It executes the instructions from the RAM and decodes them. The RAM is the random access memory. RAM is a type of fast type memory that is used by the CPU to store the data that is actually being worked on. When you run an application or open files and that data gets stored into the RAM to quicker access. Once the computer is turned off, this data is lost. Hard drive. A hard drive or SSD is used for long-term data storage. It hosts operational systems, files, and programs even when the computer is turned off. Unlike the RAM. What are comments? Comments are notes that programmers include in code to explain what the code is doing. These are ignored by the compiler and they are used to improve the readability and help others or yourself understand the program. They could be single line comments or multi-line comments, depending how many slash they have. Okay, this is an example of a comment here. Check if the user is a minor or an adult. This is to explain other programmers what this portion of the code is doing. Okay, then it's variables. Variables are named storage location in memory that hold data. Each variable has a type like integer, float, etc. and source value that can be changed throughout the program. For this is an example. Okay, here name is a variable and age is a variable. There are different types of variable. Okay, we'll go more into this when I explain the code. Then let's explain the difference between an integer and a floating point in calculation. An integer is data type used to storage whole numbers without decimal points, for example 1, -3, and 42. Floating point is a number with commas, with decimal places, like 3,4 or 2,5, something like that. The difference in calculations is that integer calculation perform operations on whole numbers and are usually faster and are more memory efficient, while floating points calculation handle decimal places and are more precise but require a more powerful memory. And finally, if statements. If statements are used to make decisions in a program. It evaluates a condition like whether something is true or false and executes a block of code based on that condition. For example, we can see it here. I'm gonna explain it now. Let's start with the explanation of my code. Okay, I first start with the include iostream, which is the way you start. Then use namespace std. We continue with string name. Here we start with the first variable string name. Here I have the code already used. We're gonna start again. I'm gonna reload it. Yeah, okay. While this is loaded, I'm gonna explain. First, the code is going to ask you what is your name. After the code asks you what is your name, I'm gonna type my name Kevin. This is giving me problems. I'm gonna type Kevin, and after you type your name, it automatically stores your name to the variable your name. For example, Kevin is now replacing name here. Here. So then it asks you how old are you and your name. How old are you, Kevin? I type 18, and here comes the if statement. Okay, if the user is 18 or more, it's gonna say you're an adult, and if the user is less than 18, it's gonna say you are a minor. In my case, I'm an adult, and it says 18. So this is my video, and I hope you like it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you comment.